Hello out there in podcast land. Welcome to the Bohemian Cauldron. I am Dale Bruning, a reader at Alchemy Gallery and Supply Shop. With me today I have Tammy Lynn. Hi there. And I have Ms. Courtney.
Hello.
Hello. And right to it, we're going to have a little topic here on things to do and not do during retrogrades and eclipses. Ladies, just take it away.
Thanks, Dale.
Here we go.
Right. So things not to do during the retrograde. It is Mercury in retrograde and miscommunication in all aspects, technology, so appliances, vehicles, don't sign any contracts or legal documents. It's a good time to proofread, like if you write or whatever, artistic or anything, stuff for work, proofread things. And if you're going to travel, make sure that you're double checking and dotting all I's and crossing all T's with your vehicle, maintenance on it if you're driving or flying, because there could be issues. Always leave early and always just double check everything. So communication is off, so relationships can get kind of, jacked up at that time. And with these eclipses as well, I had watched a podcast, and it was discussing eclipse, like the energetics of the eclipse, and if you should, what happens when you practice magic or manifestation or anything during those times. It's like it distorts the message to the universe. So it's best to do work like 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after the eclipse, especially, and do not put your crystals out. That is a myth. They will be zapped. The eclipses remove energy from things.
I did not set mine out.
Good. Because you would have had to do damage control anyway with them.
I did not put mine out.
So yes, double checking everything. Things that have issues, or people that have issues communicating during this time, things could be fixed after the retrograde and Mercury goes direct again, because it's all about miscommunication, messing with technology. So you have to be very mindful with what you say and what you do. A lot of people really are affected by retrograde. So the more knowledge you have of how to deal with it, what to do and what not to do during that time, and using that energy to your advantage instead of letting it play you like a puppet.
Yeah.
It's
not
just...
be so sensitive sometimes when things don't go the way you planned them at that time.
Well, that's another subject, in its own, about how people are affected by different things. Because like today, everybody's just butthurt. Everybody's feelings are hurt with what's going on, with the agenda and with everything else. It's division. It's a lot of division of the collective, just to cause those issues. So and the planets really affect those. And a huge lesson for me that I've learned is transmuting the collective instead of having an angry relationship with it.
Yes.
And separate. Have you done that? Like separated yourself?
Some, yes.
It's like...
during this time. Mm-hmm.
Well...
I will tell you, this is one time where you don't mind being an Aquarius and not having feelings.
Yeah, well, and I'm a Capricorn. I could do that too. I could be so cold and just cut it off. That's... but it was with being so sensitive with, my gifts and everything, and I had learned to, control that, harness that, and then instead of being annoyed and, thinking the collective is pathetic and weak and sheeple and all, all these things with everything that's going on, it's truly a spiritual war right now, so it's like, I needed to grow up, suck it up and not react negatively towards the collective when my job is supposed to be helping transmute it, helping people and find that balance, especially during these times, with the eclipses and the retrogrades. And this is going to be an interesting year. We had 6 eclipses last year. We have 4 this year. But this retrograde right now is one of the most intense in astrology history, supposedly. And also, there is a conjunction. I think it's Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. I might be wrong on that.
Neptune.
Is it? Yeah.
Neptune.
So, and that hasn't happened since like 1245.
Yes, and it's a direct...
1245.
Yeah.
That's so it's things that are going to be coming out. More truths are going to be shown of the evil agenda and what's going on, and then people are either going to opt out and not pay attention, not care, just be afraid. It's
so you need to live your truth.
Yeah, the highest truth of the soul. That's why people are running around lost, conflicted.
Because in the last year, what is it, the last 18 months or something?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what they said? You've been growing and learning your truth.
Yeah.
And now is the time to decide what you're going to do with it. Are you going to live it, or are you going to go back to the way it was before?
Yes, and that's something else that that if this right now is like it's a bad time to run from your issues and your shadow work with booze or drugs or whatever, because the astrology going on, it's going to pull these things out of you. So either you go willing or you go kicking and screaming, and that's a whole other animal in itself, and you do not want to do that. No bueno.
No. Compliance.
Yeah. Oh, negative on that one, Ghost. Well, with the planets, yeah. Not with this, yeah.
Voluntary compliance is always the
yeah,
best.
with the planets, yes. Like last year was a bad year. 2020 sucked, but I did so much, shadow work and stuff. It was actually a pretty great spiritual year for me, because it was a lot. You too, So it was.
Introspect, a lot of going inside and learning, and not so much out in other relationships, but finding that relationship with myself.
Well, that's what's in the lunar eclipse too, is going inward, and the solar is everything on the outside. So it's pretty hardcore.
That would. Just listening in and absorbing all this information being thrown at me. And perhaps later I'll turn this down to half speed and listen to it again.
Smart ass.
Raw eggs being thrown at you, right?
I guess.
Do you like that?
Oh my gosh, Jamie.
I could have some eggs in the car.
Well, if you don't, you got to try everything once, right?
Oh, Lord.
I don't think they would hurt as bad as boiled eggs.
You never know what's going to be discussed on the show. Boiled eggs. We ain't making potato salad, yo.
We could be.
Barbecue time, baby.
It is the weekend for it.
Well, thank you, ladies, for coming in. Do you have any final thoughts?
I would say just try to ride this out peacefully and not try to fight it.
Yes.
The best way to go with it.
Dot all I's and cross all T's on all levels of your everything pretty much right now.
Don't be too sensitive.
I never am. All
right.
Thank you, ladies, and spell safe out there, all right?
Absolutely. You as well, sir.
Dale is infallible.